Good morning. This is Lokia from Department of Chemical Engineering, Erode Samudar Engineering College. Today I am going to handle a session on vapor pressure, humidity and saturation in chemical process calculations. Vapor pressure, humidity and saturation. First, what is meant by vapor pressure? Vapor pressure is a measure of the tendency of a material to change into the gaseous or vapor state, and it increases the temperature. The temperature at which the vapor pressure at the surface of the liquid becomes equal to the pressure exerted by the surrounding is called the boiling point of the liquid. Effect of temperature on vapor pressure. As the temperature of the liquid increases, the kinetic energy of the molecules also increases. As the kinetic energy of the molecule increases, the number of molecules transitioning into a vapor also increases, thereby increasing the vapor pressure. Next, vapor pressure plots. The vapor point of the various liquids can be illustrated in a vapor pressure curve. The vapor pressure curve is a graph of vapor pressure as a function of temperature. To find the normal boiling point of the liquid, a horizontal line drawn from the left at a pressure equal to the standard pressure. At whatever temperature the line increases, the vapor pressure curve of the liquid is the boiling point of the liquid. Next, vapor pressure curves. The boiling point of the liquid also correlate to the strength of the intermolecular forces. Recall that diethyl ether has a weak dispersion forces, which means that the liquid has a high vapor pressure. The weak forces also mean that it does not require large input of energy to make diethyl ether boil. So it has a relatively low vapor pressure and a high normal boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius. Next, vapor pressure of immiscible liquids. When two immiscible liquids are present in a mixture, the total vapor pressure of the mixture is equal to the sum of each liquid's vapor pressure, independent of their concentration, as long as there is enough of each liquid so they can both reach the equilibrium. So total pressure will be equal to the sum of the partial pressures present in the gas mixtures. So P will be the total pressure, PA will be the partial vapor pressure of A gas component, and PB will be the partial pressure of the gas component B that is present in the gas mixture. Next, vapor pressure of a solution. Vapor pressure is a colligative property. So the vapor pressure of the solution is directly proportional to the amount of solute that is present in a solution. When a solute is present in a solvent, the vapor pressure is lowered because of the fewer solvent molecules are present at the top of the solution. Next, humidity. Humidity is the concentration of vapor, that is water vapor, present in the air. Water vapor, the gaseous state of water, is generally invisible to the human eye. The total amount of moisture content that is present in the air will be the humidity. Next, saturation. Saturation might refer to the any vapor liquid system, whereas the humidity refers to the air water system in a particular. At any given temperature, there is an upper limit on how much water can evaporate into air. When the maximum amount of water is mixed with the air in a gas phase, the gas phase is said to be saturated with the water. After the saturation temperature or saturation state, there will be no moisture content that can be added to the air. That is known as saturation. Next, vaporization process. Vaporization, that is conversion of a substance from a liquid or a gas into the gaseous phase. If conditions allow the formation of vapor bubbles within a liquid, the vaporization process is known as boiling. The direct conversion of a solid to liquid is known as sublimation. That is sublimation. Best example for sublimation is camphor. It will not get converted into liquid while heating. It gets converted into vapor while heating from direct to solid. Heat must be supplied to a solid or liquid to affect the vaporization. Without any heat supply, the vaporization process will not happen. The heat may be in form of any source. It's condensation. Condensation is the change in the physical state of the matter from the gas phase into the liquid phase, and it is the reverse of the vaporization. The process of vaporization is while giving a temperature, the water gets or particular substance gets boils to form a vapor state. After a particular temperature, that is condensation temperature reaches, it will get cooled down and it again converted to the original state of water. So it is the inversion of the vaporization. It can also be defined as the change in the state of water vapor to liquid water when it is in contact with the solid or liquid surface. When this transition happens from the gaseous phase into the solid phase directly, the changes is known as deposition. The similar to the sublimation, when it is get converted from direct solid to the vapor state, it is known as sublimation. When it is get converted directly into the solid, it is known as deposition. Next is wet bulb temperature. Wet bulb temperature is the temperature read by the thermometer covered in a water soaked cloth over which air is passed. That is, the thermometer is covered completely by a wet cloth and it is soaked in a water. So water while passing the air, the temperature read by the thermometer is known as the wet bulb temperature. At 100% relative humidity, the wet bulb temperature is equal to the air temperature. At lower humidity, the wet bulb temperature is lower than the dry bulb temperature because of the evaporating cooling. Next, dry bulb temperature. The dry bulb temperature is the temperature of air measured by a thermometer freely exposed to the air but shielded from the radiation and moisture. Dry bulb temperature is a temperature that is usually thought as of air temperature and it is a true thermodynamic temperature. It indicates the amount of heat in the air and is directly proportional to the mean kinetic energy of the air molecules. Temperature is usually measured in degrees Celsius or Kelvin or Fahrenheit. Unlike wet bulb temperature, dry bulb temperature does not indicate the amount of moisture content that is present in the air. Let us solve a problem regarding this. Atmospheric air will be 1.0132 bar has a dry bulb temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and a wet bulb temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. We have to determine that partial pressure of water vapor, specific humidity, dew point temperature, relative humidity, degree of saturation, density of air that is present in the mixture and density of vapor in the mixture and enthalpy of the mixture using the thermodynamics table. First, we have given with the dry bulb temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and wet bulb temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Atmospheric pressure is given as 0132 bar. Based on this, we have to determine humidity ratio. Humidity ratio is equal to 0.622 PV divided by PB minus PV. This can be represented by partial pressure of the vapor. PV is equal to PSW minus PV minus PSW TD minus TW divided by the total partial pressure is given by the vapor pressure, which is given by saturation pressure corresponding to the WPT, and PB is a barometric pressure which will be equal to 1 bar, and TD is the dry bulb temperature and TW is the wet bulb temperature. From the steam table, we have given with the wet bulb temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Based on this, corresponding to this, the pressure will be 0.3166 bar. PSW will be equal to 0.031166 bar. So based on this, PV is equal to 0.0336 minus PB is, that is atmospheric pressure 1.013 minus PSW is the saturation pressure of 0.03166 minus TD minus TW. TD is in the sense the temperature of the dry bulb temperature, which is given as 32 degrees Celsius, and the wet bulb temperature is given as 25 degrees Celsius, 32 minus 26 divided by divided by 1527.4 minus 1.3 into wet bulb temperature of 25. The partial pressure of the vapor is based on the simplification. PV is equal to 0.0296 bar. By substituting the PV and PB values in the equation omega, we can find the humidity ratio. Omega is equal to 0.622 PV divided by PB minus PV. Here PV is 0.0296 and PB is 1 atmospheric pressure. Based on that, we have determined the omega value of 0.0189 kilojoule per kilogram of air. Next is dew point temperature. Dew point temperature is represented by TDP. From the steam table, we have find that the partial pressure is PV is equal to 0.03 bar. Corresponding temperature is 24.1 degrees Celsius. So the dew point temperature is TDP is equal to 24.1 degrees Celsius. Next is relative humidity. Relative humidity is expressed as pi is equal to PV divided by PS. Here PS is the saturation pressure corresponding to the dry bulb temperature. From the steam table, we can determine that we have given with the dry bulb temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Corresponding to that, the pressure will be 0.0242 bar. Based on that, the PS saturation pressure is given by 0.04242 bar. So based on that, pi relative humidity is equal to 0.0296, that is PV divided by saturation pressure is 0.04242. So the relative humidity is given by pi is equal to 0.6977, which would be equal to 69.77%. Next we have to find degree of saturation. Degree of saturation is given by mu is equal to degree of saturation is given by mu is equal to PV divided by PS into PB minus PS divided by PB minus PB. We have determined all the pressure values, that is vaporization pressure, saturation pressure and dry bulb temperature, wet bulb temperature, atmospheric pressure. Based on the substitution, we can find the degree of saturation, that is mu is equal to 0.6886. Next we have to find the specific volume of air. Specific volume is represented by VA. From the gas law, that is PA VA is equal to RA TA. Based on that, gas constant is given by R is equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kilogram. So TA is equal to TD plus 273, that is dry bulb temperature plus 273, which is equal to 30 plus 273 equal to 303 Kelvin. Next PA is equal to PB minus PV. PB is the atmospheric pressure, that is 1.013, and PV is the vapor pressure 0.0296. Based on that, PA is equal to 0.9834 bar. So we have to substitute these values, that is TA value and PA values and R gas constant values in the gas law. We have to determine the VA, which is equal to RA TA divided by PA, which is equal to 0.287 into 303 divided by 0.9834 equals 88.428 meter cube per kilogram, that is VA value. Next we have to find the density of the air. Density is equal to 1 divided by VA. So 1 divided by VA, we have determined that 88.428, which is equal to 0.011 kilogram per meter cube. Next we have to find the density of the water vapor. Density of the water vapor in the sense of a steam table corresponding to the 30 degrees Celsius dry bulb temperature. Specific volume Vg is 32.929 meter cube per kilogram. PV is equal to, that is vapor pressure is equal to 1 by Vg, which is equal to 1 divided by 32.929, which is equal to 0.0303 kilogram per meter cube. Next we have to find the vapor density of relative humidity, that is pi is equal to 0.6977. The next vapor density is equal to PV is equal to 0.0303 into 0.6977. So based on the substitution, PV is equal to 0.0211 kg per meter cube. Next, vapor density. Vapor density PV is equal to 0.0303 into 0.6977. So PV is equal to 0.02W1 kilogram per meter cube. Next, we have to find the total enthalpy. Enthalpy is equal to H equal to CPTD plus omega into He. Here Cp is the specific heat, that is which is equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin, and Hg is the specific enthalpy of the air corresponding dry bulb temperature. From the steam table we have to find the dry bulb temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Corresponding specific enthalpy will be equal to 2430.7 kilojoule per kilogram. So H is equal to 1.005 into 30 plus 1.0189 into 2430.7. So H value will be equal to 76.09 kilojoule per kilogram. Next problem. At air at 20 degrees Celsius, 40% relative humidity is mixed adiabatically with the air at 40 degrees Celsius. 40% relative humidity in the ratio of 1 kilogram. So we have to find the dry bulb temperature, that is given as TD1 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius and relative humidity is 0.1 is equal to 40% and dry bulb temperature TD2 is equal to 40 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity pi2 is equal to 40%. M1 divided by M2 is equal to 1 by 2. We know that the mass balance M1 plus M2 is equal to M3. So based on the molar fractions, M1 into omega 1 plus M1 into M2 into omega 2 plus M3 equal to M3 into omega 3. So by energy balance, M1 H1 is equal to M1 H2, which is M2 H2, which is equal to M3 H3. Next, we have to find the substituting the value of M3 in the equation number 2. We can find that M1 W1 plus M2 W2 is equal to M1 plus M2 into omega 3. So M1 W1 minus M1 W3, while cross multiplying M1 W3 is equal to M2 W3 minus M2 W2. M1 W1 minus W3 equal to M2 into W3 minus W2. M1 W1 minus M2 W3 equal to M2 W3 plus M2 W3. So M1 divided by M2 is equal to omega 3 minus omega 2 divided by omega 1 minus omega 3. Based on the psychometric chart, we can determine that omega 1 is equal to 0.0058 kilogram per kilogram of dry air, and W1 is equal to 0.0187 kilogram per kilogram of dry air. So 1 divided by 2, that is equation number 4, will be equal to M1 and M2 will be equal to 1 and 2. So 1 divided by 2 is equal to W3 minus 0.0187 divided by 0.0058 minus omega 3. So based on the simplification, omega 3 is equal to 0.01440187 kilogram per kilogram of dry air. Similarly, M1 H1 plus M2 H2 is equal to M1 plus M2 into H3. So M1 H1 minus M1 minus M1 H3, which is equal to minus M2 H2 plus M2 H3. M1 divided by M2 is equal to H3 minus H2 divided by H1 minus H3. From the psychometry, we can determine that H1 is equal to 35 kilojoule per kilogram and H2 is equal to 90 kilojoule per kilogram. Based on that, 1 divided by 2 is equal to H3 minus 90 divided by 35 minus H3. So the value of H3 will be equal to 71.67 kilojoule per kilogram. Next, an air conditioning system is to take in outdoor air at 283 Kelvin and 30% relative humidity. 30% relative humidity at a steady state rate of 45 per minute, and to condition is to 29 Kelvin and 60% relative humidity. The outdoor air is first heated to 295 Kelvin in the heating section and then humidified by the injection of hot steam in the humidifying section. Assuming that the entire process takes place at pressure of 100 kilopascal, you have to determine the rate of heat supply in the heating section and the rate of mass flow of the steam required in the humidifying section. We have given with 10 degrees Celsius and 30% of relative humidity and 25 degrees Celsius of temperature and 60% of relative humidity is equal to steady state rate will be 45 per minute, which is equal to 100 kilopascal. The dry of air, that is 10 degrees Celsius of dry bulb temperature and 30 degrees Celsius of 30% relative humidity is marked to the psychrometric chart.